And the fourth takeaway that we have to take generally from all of this is that this Great Reset, this process, this isn't meant to end. They are not planning this with some sort of end goal in mind per se, or at the very least, certainly not the one that they are ostensibly giving. Because remember, this is the Great Reset in response to COVID-19. So surely when COVID-19 is solved through therapeutics or vaccines, yes, when the vaccines are rolled out and we all get the vaccine and everybody's fine and COVID-19 is no more, then everything will go away. A Great Reset will stop. We'll be okay. We'll be all right at that point, right? No, of course not. Again, explicitly, they are not doing this with that kind of end goal in mind. And the people who still continue to believe in the phony, ridiculous ritual of voting and selections as this is what transforms society, no. I hate to break it to you, but whatever happens in the phony baloney selection cycle in the United States in November, no matter what Team Coke or Team Pepsi gets into power, this Great Reset is not coming to an end either. So it is important, again, to keep this in the forefront of our mind, to understand that this is, again, not some sort of slapdash effort or some sort of all hot air. This is a multi-billion, perhaps ultimately, in the long run, multi-trillion-dollar technological infrastructure that is being laid down right now on the back and in the name of this ginned up crisis, but really, as I say, with nothing to do with that crisis. This is a technological infrastructure for creating that world order that is being laid down right now. They are not laying that down so that they can all tear it all up once everyone gets vaccinated, as if that's the end goal here. No, this is part, as I've posited, and as I went through in great detail in COVID-9/11, from Homeland Security to biosecurity, there is a new form of governance that is being put into place right now, biosecurity, and that will be the fig leaf that they are using to bring in the total, ultimate enslavement state of total surveillance, zero transparency for the superclass at the top, total transparency for the underlings at the bottom, who are going to live entirely digitized lives, completely tracked, traced, and surveilled, so that nothing will ever be hidden from the prying eyes of the one world government. And so, yes, this is not a great reset that we're going to reset back to some previous condition and start again and everything will be done. No. In fact, specifically, they say over and over, the Great Reset is that, again, that's just a brand name. And like most brand names, it means nothing in terms of what is the product that is actually being sold. We of course think in the analogy of a reset, as in resetting your computer so that it starts again and goes back to the initial state. But that is explicitly, and they are at pains to talk about this, not what they are talking about with the Great Reset. Again, reading from the COVID-19, the Great Reset book by Klaus Schwab and his co-author. When confronted with it, some industry leaders and senior executives may be tempted to equate reset with restart, hoping to go back to the old normal and restore what worked in the past. Traditions, tested procedures, and familiar ways of doing things. In short, a return to business as usual. This won't happen because it can't happen. For the most part, business as usual died from, or at the very least was infected by, COVID-19.